Hello happy souls, welcome back to my channel. This is Charlotte with Happy Twins 1111. So guys, no pick apart today, we're doing a collective update. I felt really guided to look at the energies within the Twin Flame Collective. So this isn't going to apply to everyone, but hopefully there are some messages here for you that can help you with your journey and your ascension. I haven't done one of these for a while, felt really guided to. But welcome to all my new subscribers. Thank you so much to all of my regulars for your ongoing love and support. And don't forget to get involved in the Unite the Collective meditation. This is basically coming together live so that we can meditate together with the same intention and create more healing in this world. You can find information on my community page about it. If you are a reader yourself or you have a YouTube channel and you'd like to take part and host your own event, let me know, use the hashtag, drop me an email and I'll mention it on my community page. So I can only cover my own time zone. I'll be going live on the 24th at 11:45 p.m. But if other readers get involved, we can cover multiple time zones. And the more of us come together within that new moon period to manifest some healing for the world, the better. So hopefully I will see you there. Right, let's get this reading on the road. We are going to look at the Divine Feminine energy on the left, the Divine Masculine on the right, connecting energies down the centre. We're going to pull a ton of oracle cards. This is going to be a very healing, focused reading. So let's see what we've got. I'm going to move these down here whilst I just pull some significators to push across the top. We're going to use the Moonology Oracle deck to start. Oh, that's fallen out, so we'll keep it. You and your loved ones are safe, new moon in Cancer. A very relevant message given what's happening in the world at the moment, right? So, Divine Masculine, prosperity lies ahead, new moon in Taurus. And for the connecting energy, work through your fears, new moon in Scorpio. So lots of new cycles beginning here. All three of these are new moon. Yeah, this is a new cycle within the collective energies. We're going to get some more information about what's going down. Right, so the Starchild Tarot for the Divine Feminine. I will be using the gender pronouns she and he, but of course in your situation it might be he, she, he, she. Please adjust the gender pronouns as you see fit. Right, let's do this. Divine Feminine, what energies is she in? She's got the Seven of Pentacles, the King of Pentacles, and Justice. How's she thinking and feeling about this connection? We've got the Fool in reverse. We've got the High Priestess. We've got the Three of Pentacles. What's shifting for the Divine Feminine? We've got Strength. Eight of Cups. And the Hermit in reverse, called Serenity in this deck. I'm just going to double check if they are all in shot. They just should, yeah, just about. Fabulous. Okay, Divine Masculine. I'm going to pop him on the left. We're using the Light Seers Tarot. I might have to move my crystal grid. Do you guys use crystal grids? Like one of these over here? I set a new one up on my desk every day. I've got a huge one in my living room, but I'd love to see pictures of yours. If you're in the Facebook group, you'll have to show me. Tell me why you chose the crystals you did. I love them. Okay, so for the masculine, we've got the Queen of Cups in reverse. We've got the Seven of Cups in reverse. And we've got the Four of Swords in reverse. How's he thinking and feeling about the connection? The Sun in reverse. The Knight of Wands, the King of Cups in reverse. What's shifting? Six of Pentacles, Five of Wands in reverse, and the Magician in reverse. Okay, let's get some. This is the Triple Goddess Tarot. I'm going to use these for the connecting energies down the centre. I'm going to pull lots more cards as we go, but this is a good start. I'm aiming to do a fairly meaty reading today. We'll do an extended at the end as well. I've got Six of Pentacles, Ten of Cups, and the Nine of Cups in reverse. Okay, we are going to use the Twinsperience Oracle deck. This is by Made for Love. As my regular viewers will know, she's in hospital at the moment, so please do send her some love and healing. I will put a link to her channel in the description box below. But you can buy these decks on her website. And she's a fabulous reader. You should definitely check out her channel if you haven't already. So these are Twinsperience. They are twin flame focus cards. And they talk about the spiritual aspects of the experience in particular. Feeling your touch for the Divine Feminine. Recognition. Virgo. And secrets. And for the Divine Masculine, Crown Chakra, Devotion, Clairsentience, and Tarot readings. Okay. Let me just check. You can see it all. Yes, you can. Fab. Okay. So our Divine Feminine, you and your loved ones are safe. New Moon in Cancer. This is a beautiful message given the current atmosphere. And it does feel like that you know, the whole energy here of both counterparts and the connecting energies is that of something fresh, new, a brand new cycle. These are all new moons. We have a tremendous amount of Cancer Scorpio energy in this particular reading. Up here, we've also got the Queen of Cups, Cancer in reverse, and Scorpio in reverse here. And even though this is Taurus, we have a lot of Virgo as well. And the King of Pentacles with Taurus. So don't worry if these aren't your earth signs. This could just be supporting, you know, the energies within the collective right now, that they are Cancerian, Scorpio and Taurian light. It's very earthy, very watery. So don't worry if these aren't your star signs. It doesn't necessarily mean it doesn't apply. But of course, for some of you, it will. But our Divine Feminine is feeling much calmer. There's definitely been a period of investing in herself here with the Seven of Pentacles. You can see in this card that she's meditating, but she is slightly out of balance. There's 3 on one side and 4 on the other side. Now, what's really interesting about this is number 3 is the number of the Divine Feminine, the Empress. Number 4 is the number of the Emperor. So it feels like she's working a lot on the astral connection, and it does say here, feeling your touch. You know, she's getting very, very grounded. She's spent a lot of time nurturing her abundance and making sure that her practical affairs are in order. This does feel like good energy for the Divine Feminine. There's definitely been some karmic cycles that have been resolved or close to being resolved. For some of you, this could be related to an actual husband or a marriage partner, because the King of Pentacles can indicate that. But the most important thing is it seems to be that there's a period of stability and calmness that has come out of this investment in her higher self, investment in her own journey, investment in her healing. She's coming at this from a much more balanced place. You know, she is understanding what she needs to do. And with this Virgo energy here, you know, Virgo is very organized, it's fastidious, it's driven, it's motivated, it takes responsibility. And I do feel like with so much earth energy up here that this Divine Feminine has been really focused on that. Pardon me. Oh, I beg your pardon. That was a big sneeze. Doesn't a sneeze feel good? So you've done a lot of clearing. And it does feel like this is just a period of absolute calm for this Divine Feminine. She's been channeling energy between her and her masculine. I do feel there is a slight imbalance there, but it looks like she's bringing it back into balance. She's receiving downloads, she's receiving messages, she's receiving signs, and she feels deeply connected to her counterpart. This is someone that's definitely been committing to her healing. So with this Justice card as well, as I said, this can definitely mean closing out karmic cycles. And given that, whatever's going on there, and it does feel like there could be some turmoil even, because there's all of this smoke here in the background and these dark clouds gathering, but it feels like this Divine Feminine is coping. You know, whatever's going on around her, she is not allowing anything to disturb her peace of mind. She knows now that she has healthier boundaries. You know, she's aware of the people that trigger her, and she knows when she gets triggered to go within, to rebalance, to reground, to protect. There's this recognition now of how to move along this path more gracefully and in a more dignified way. She's definitely that much stronger. So if there is karmic, you know, stuff going on for you, you just need to find this calm place if you're not there already, because this is the energy that's supporting the collective and the divine feminine energies. You have got so much support right now from the light. It wants you to move through this with dignity and grace. It wants you to have balance and truth. It just asks you to go within, to ground, to protect and connect with your higher truth. The masculine, prosperity lies ahead. And I have to say, there is so much blocked energy in the reading on the masculine side that this original message feels at odds with what's actually happening. But this is a new moon, it's a new cycle. And for this prosperity to lie ahead, you know, it's going to need this masculine. This is the energy that's supporting him, but it does feel like he's stuck. He's got the Queen of Cups in reverse here. This is someone who's emotionally overwhelmed. Okay, Cancerian energy, when it's ill-dignified, is very emotionally manipulative. It can be quite toxic. And this person, you know, when we look at this one upright, that Queen of Cups, she's so comfortable in the water, so comfortable with her emotions. But of course, when it's turned upside down, she's overwhelmed, she's drenched. There is too much emotion for her to cope with, and this results in them projecting, you know, manipulative behaviors and using emotion to their own end. So in terms of his current energies, these are all block cards, and the divine masculine is certainly not very stable, even though he's got all the stability of this, you know, Taurus energy supporting him. The Seven of Cups in reverse tells us that for many of them, they're just getting confused now with the recognition and the many illusions surrounding this journey. I do think that you know, for this tarot readings card to come out here, the crown chakra, devotion and clairsentience, these all demonstrate an extra layer of understanding as to what's actually happening here on the spiritual path. And it feels like he's confused. He can't think about it anymore. He's spent so long ruminating and trying to figure it out. And what I'm hearing is that even though he's receiving these downloads, even though he's going through this transformation, this divine masculine energy right now is very overwhelmed by the intensity of all of it. And they're finding it really difficult to integrate all of these new understandings. It feels like that sort of energy where, you know, when you're trying to download something onto your computer and there isn't enough memory for it. And it's not that there isn't enough memory in him, enough space in literal terms. It's just that he's not connected enough dots to actually integrate and understand all of this new information that's coming through, because it's really challenging his belief system. And, you know, you're working on recognition. It feels like this divine feminine, you know, she is working on that connection from the inside. And this divine masculine, he's feeling it. But he's also very, very overwhelmed by it in his current energies. And with this clairsentience card here to come up, for me, this means, you know, he's hearing as well. He's picking up on the astral and telepathic communication. And this masculine energy is looking at tarot readings. They're looking for guidance. They're looking for advice. They're trying to figure out what's happening to them. How's the divine feminine feeling at the moment? Sorry, we didn't do the connecting energies here. Work through your fears. So this is what it's about. You know, both parties being triggered to release more fears. And the new moon in Scorpio, you know, Scorpio is dark. It's connected to Pluto. You know, these are dark energies. Scorpio energy is very comfortably with getting connected to its shadow aspects. It's very comfortable dwelling there. And it feels like, again, our divine feminine, you know, is coping with this really beautifully, but our masculine is just overwhelmed. But the connecting energy here, what they're learning about is boundaries and healthy levels of giving and receiving love. It feels like for the masculine energy, he's never learned how to do that. And being masculine, you know, it's not in his nature to be receptive. to emotion. So he's really struggling with all the love that's coming his way from the divine feminine. He doesn't know how to receive it. He's so firmly rooted in his masculine consciousness that he is not yet receptive to either the intuitive hits that are coming or the emotional depth that is being sent his way with this divine feminine radiating unconditional love. But they're both learning to give and receive. The divine feminine is learning to give and receive in a more balanced manner and to take control and be responsible for self. But she's giving more than she's receiving. This masculine energy on this side is out of balance. So these are the fears they're working through. And one is codependent, one's intimacy avoidance. And the balance is somewhere in the middle. And remember, 6 is the number of love, unconditional love. So, unconditional love is so complicated because there still has to be healthy boundaries. On the one hand, this journey asks you to love without expectation, to love without demand, to love unconditionally, and to love without conditions is a big thing. It's something we normally only extend to our children, or perhaps even our parents, and family. But to give another person who's giving you so little in return goes against this 3D paradigm and the conditioning we've received. And learning to love unconditionally in a healthy, balanced way whilst not depleting yourself is a tricky lesson. And this divine feminine, it feels like she's mastering it. She's learning to place healthier boundaries without compromising her ability to love. And there's been fabulous progress here. And it's definitely for both of you, these fears are rooted in that inner child. There's so many children here. There are 3 children specifically and a mother. So it could be a maternal wound for both parties. But there's a lot of healing happening here regarding the fears. And again, the masculine is struggling. The feminine is naturally receptive to her intuition and feelings. She's still in her comfort zone and she's being asked to step into masculine energies, and she's trying to balance those within her. But our masculine is overwhelmed right now. The divine feminine energy, in terms of how she's thinking and feeling about this connection, she's not as naive as she was now. There's that recognition. She's seeing it a lot more clearly. We've got the High Priestess here, that is very connected. This is the card of truth for me, divine feminine truth. When you're in your High Priestess power, you're in your faith. Pardon me. And with the 3 of Pentacles here, she's collaborative, she's supportive, she's wanting to work with her masculine, but she's understanding that she can do all this inwards. She's understanding that she doesn't need the cooperation of his 3D self, that he's going to catch up in his own time. I feel like she's been very measured and pragmatic in her approach to her healing journey right now. And the energies are really supporting this. They're just keeping you safe and calm so you can get your work done. That's how it feels. The universe is on your side. The divine masculine energy, again, we've got a lot of blocked energy here. We've got the Sun in reverse, and interestingly, we've also got Scorpio in reverse. And for me, this is about avoidance of those fears. They're still feeling like they can't confront them. And we've got counterparts upside down here, the King of Cups and the Queen of Cups reversed. This is them being resistant to emotional intimacy, resistant to relationships, resistant to that the degree of connection that is required of that. This person is emotionally overwhelmed. They're a martyr to their pain right now, to their anxiety, to their confusion. And with the Sun in reverse, it feels like, especially because we've got secrets here on the divine feminine side, there's just some truth that hasn't become clear or illuminated for them, and they're very low as a result of it. What's really powerful here, though, is this Knight of Wands. Despite all of his inner turmoil, this masculine is feeling passionate. This masculine, is feeling the spiritual intensity and the energy that's flowing between you both. He really is feeling it, and he's liking it. He finds a great deal of comfort in it, but it also makes him feel completely mental. It also makes him feel mad, and he's struggling with that. He's struggling to come to terms with all of it. What's really beautiful here is the connecting energies for feelings here, and it's the 10 of Pentacles. And for me, this isn't just about love and union and companionship and abundance. This is about, in this card especially, reparenting. you know, bringing that inner child back into grounded balance, bringing it into the present, being healed and whole and happy. So, you know, it does feel like both counterparts want the same. Even though this masculine energy is confused, he's at this point now where he's like, I just want to be okay. I just want to be happy. I just want a peaceful home life. I'm just tired of all this pain that I've been going through. And this is what creates that motivation and enthusiasm for change. He's been stuck for so long, but it really feels like even though he's not seeing clearly, even though he's confused and overwhelmed and emotionally undernourished, he is excited now because he's seeing a chink of hope. He's picking up on all of the good vibes that this divine feminine has been sharing, and he's feeling that in his heart space. In terms of what's shifting, we've got a strength in reverse here for the divine feminine, Eight of Cups and the Hermit. And I feel like this is a warning for you because, you know, I look at what's shifting. Nothing's ever set in stone. And this is why I'm very reluctant with predictive readings. But it helps to be able to see what is coming ahead in terms of challenges so you can be ready. And this does look like the energies are going to be challenging. I'm hearing specifically up until the 20th of March. This could disrupt the balanced state of the divine masculine feminine energies within the feminine, and we could see her returning to more confrontational, more aggressive, more frustrated kind of energies if she's not careful. She needs to stay on her healing journey. Again, strength, Eight of Cups and the Hermit in reverse here. This is someone who's falling out of alignment with their spiritual path, getting distracted, or facing obstacles that prevents them from being connected in this lovely way that they have been. So you really need to make sure that you focus on this self-care routine, this routine of healing, this routine of loving self, this routine of giving time to self. Don't let it slip. You know, trust that your loved ones are safe and that you can relax enough to do those things that help you maintain all of this balance and these positive energies that are moving through your connection right now. You know, you don't want to be falling back into old habits just because you convince you. This happens to us all at some point, you know. It's like we lull ourselves into a false sense of security because we're doing all of this self-care, all of this self-love, and then something happens, we get busy, we get tangled up in it, and we neglect this. It's the first thing to go because we may not have learned yet that it has to be a priority. It's the first priority, that when you're in this place, everything else works. And what tends to happen is you slip out of that habit. You steadily start to decline, and before you know it, you're stranded at sea again and lost, and everything feels upside down and not going in the way you want it. Staying connected to your highest truth, staying connected to your self-love and acceptance, staying connected to the light is what's going to help you move forward more gracefully. And there is a warning here that you've got to be really mindful of that because, as I said, those energies are going to be very turbulent between now and the 20th of March, and you just want to take extra measures to be calm so that you're ready for any challenges that present. And there is this kind of secrets here. You know, it could be that something's going to be revealed that may disturb your peace of mind if you're not in that positive, balanced state. For our divine masculine, the Six of Pentacles, and this is really powerful because this came up as the connecting energy here. He wants to give. You know, he's aware that the energies of your connection have been out of balance for too long. There's a lot of shame here. You know, he doesn't want to be this person that just takes and takes and takes. He's embarrassed. It's out of sync with his masculine sensibilities. He wants to be the provider and protector. And he's now got the enthusiasm to start creating change for that. But he's so scared of doing that. We've got the Magician here, and he feels so disempowered. He feels so unable to move forward. And look how powerful this card is. You know, he's manifesting, but it's just a whirlpool of colour. It requires faith to manifest. And because he's still looking at this through his 3D consciousness, because he's focused on logic, rational thinking, practicalities, he can't see that it's possible. He's disempowered from his power to actually manifest what he wants, but he doesn't want to play games with you anymore. With this Five of Wands in reverse, you know, he knows that he needs to step up or step out. And it does look like there may not be any real-time communication for some of you. There is a lot of interaction here in the current energies. So it could be that there has been minor exchanges, but whatever it is, it doesn't feel significant. And this divine masculine knows that he can't continue like this. He's been getting tarot readings to get, you know, clarity on this. He knows that there's something peculiar going on, and he's starting to open his mind to the truth of spirit. We've got the Nine of Cups here in reverse as the connecting energy. You know, this is both partners feeling emotionally out of balance. And again, I come back to reminding you that, you know, you're working through fears right now. It might be turbulent. You know, when fears come up, it can temporarily trigger us. We're learning how to release that. But there is that emotional imbalance coming forward for you, energetically speaking, through the collective. So now is really the time to be focused on your meditative practices, focused on the things that make you feel good, and making those a priority, making you and your joy a priority. Right, we're going to get some of these archetype cards as well. What are you not acknowledging about yourself that you need to acknowledge right now? And once we've done this one, I'm going to take this over to the extended, where we're going to have a deeper look at each counterpart's feelings and intentions. We're going to have a deeper look at what they can expect in their connection moving forward. So if this resonates with you, you can find the link in the description box below and in the comments. But let's get some guidance cards for you first. So Divine Feminine, we've got the King, the light attribute, and the Guide, the shadow attribute. And for the masculine, we've got Monk, Nun, the shadow attribute, and Prince, light attribute. Beautiful. And I'm going to get a couple of oracle cards underneath that as well. Queen of the Moon. Where are they? Oh, I've actually put them. We'll use some more of these ones then from Made for Love. Guidance. How can they move forward for their highest good? Higher heart chakra. Ascended Masters of the masculine. Downloads. And abundance. Again, that came up. Abundance is there if only he'd recognise his power to manifest it. And one for the connecting energy, actually. Alignment. Beautiful. So, for the Divine Feminine, the light attribute of the King is enlightened, benevolent leadership, benefiting those in your charge. And it says higher heart chakra, clarifying this here. And I really feel like for a lot of you, you know, you are leading. You are at the leading edge of this community. You might be guiding others on this journey. You might be supporting friends or loved ones with the stuff you're learning through your spiritual explorations and adventures. You know, all of this development, this self-development you've been doing is now filtering out into your environment and supporting the community around you, whether that be as a reader, as a healer, as a confidant, as a friend, you know, as a just, you know, a supportive light for people, a light worker. And you know, you're being asked to keep your heart open to that. Sometimes it can feel like you're not getting anything back, but the secret is to keep your own tank topped up, and then you have infinite amounts to give. That's how we love unconditionally. When we're loving unconditionally and we're topping up our own tank, it's easy to have healthy boundaries. It feels different. And this is why it's such a fine line, and it's so hard to describe because it's a feeling. It's a very difficult thing to articulate. But when our higher heart chakra is open and we are receiving unconditional love from Source and we're sharing it, we can achieve so much. There is a warning about it here, though, with the shadow attribute of the Guide. It says here, placing financial gain and control over imparting spiritual insight. So you've got to be really careful what you're charging for your services, because look, Ascended Masters here, which is guides, okay, there's a message there for them about your transformation, that you have to use your gifts from a point of integrity and from a point of dignity. You deserve to be paid for your time, but the work you should be doing, if you're not feeling good and you're feeling resistance to working with a person, don't do it no matter how much money they pay you. Okay, if you this isn't work, this spiritual work, loving someone is not something you can do unless your truth and intent is behind it. And light work is love. It's sharing your light and love. If your own tank is not full enough, don't be caught up in this idea that you have to take the money because you need it. Trust that the universe will help it find its way to you, and only give that guidance, you know, where you feel truly motivated and in the right place to do so. So, for our Divine Masculine, We've got the shadow attribute of monk and nun, and it says negative judgment of the physical world, excess piety. And, you know, this is about him being stuck in his ego self, stuck in those lower levels of consciousness. But he's getting those downloads that are going to support that transformation. He just needs to allow them in. I mean, only about 5% of the people that watch my channel are men. So that's a very small community of divine masculines watching. But if any of them are, you know, you need to pay attention to the wisdom that is flowing through you. The answers are within you. You spend all this time ruminating and confused and indecisive and not trusting in the prosperity that is available to you. You just need to listen, embrace the transformation, embrace the awakening. You know, your crown chakra is open and glowing with light. You are ready to manifest what you want because you've decided you want to change. Now you've just got to grasp the wand. And we've got Prince here, romantic charm and potential for power. And you see here someone holding the flowers behind their back. And as a light attribute clarified by abundance, this is a beautiful message. This is reminding you that so long as you step into your truth, you know, you realign yourself with all of your romantic charm, your ability to express what's in your beautiful big heart, you know, your potential for power and abundance is huge. It already exists. It's just waiting for you to grasp it. So I really hope that helped you guys. Thank you so much for staying tuned. Sending you lots of love. Don't forget to check out my website for classes and webinars. There are still some slots of personal readings left, but once they're closed, I won't be offering any more. And I'll see those of you that are going to join me at the extended. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.